So if you guys have a customer that needs a reefer trailer, and on site we have a 240 single phase, which is typical, and they're needing actually a three-phase reefer trailer. We have two solutions for you. We have our first solution, which is a battery solution, which is our Moxion 75 kW 600 kilowatt hour battery solution, or our standard diesel generator. One solution removes diesel off site, so it's perfect for hospitals, hospice centers, things like that, where we have a noise situation or noise ordinance. This solution can provide that. Generally speaking, off load, we can run this for about 2 weeks. With this unit, when we test it, mathematically, we can run it for about 2 weeks before we need to swap out that battery solution. Or if we're running a generator, we can be filling the generator constantly with diesel, keeping it up and going. We can also do what's called grid boosting. So if your customer has 240 single phase applicable on their site, we can run an EV charger to our battery system, keeping it continuously charged while powering this. So now we go from 240 without applying 240 single phase to now our battery in applying 480 three phase or two-way three phase, whichever our customer needs. From there, we have our office Connex that we can power off either battery or generator. The office Connex, when we did our math, can run about 3 weeks before we have to swap it out. So then we can go from there. Or we have hybrid solutions, so we can go a battery generator combo. So that way we never have to swap it out. We have 24 continuous power in the job site customers.
So with your guys as sellers, you guys are obviously looking around, looking for job sites, any solutions for your customers may need office trailers, reefers, but also working with us to provide power to your customers, look for boxes. So if they're renting any type of equipment, whether they already have office trailers on site or you're providing your own office trailers, they already have equipment on site, so they already have a generator. Do they need more power? Are they be powering more of the job site? Do they need another generator pushing those products? Helps with finding more opportunities and asking those questions. What voltage are they needing? Because some job sites only have 240 single phase available and they need 480 for something on site. That's where we can provide a generator or a battery solution depending on the load. If they're needing to have on-site power, so in the end, some job sites need to have power, so if they lose power from shore power or from grid, we have a backup generator that will take over and power their facility or their job site with that, because they have things that need to run 24/7, security cameras, lighting, job site lighting, things like that. So that's an option as well. So look for boxes, to push that, ask questions. What else are you powering? What do you guys need? So that's what we kind of with our sellers to continue business. And we're going over to the Moxion here. Generators are self-explanatory. They got built-in cams, bus bars, like that. Our battery solution is kind of a new one. So from our battery solution, we have this battery can do 3 different voltages. So it can do 240 single phase, 208 three phase, and 480 three phase. We can switch from one another as we need to. From here, we have our main circuit breaker that always needs to be on when we are powering something. At the bottom here, we have our inlet 400 amp cams that can be connected into. So if we want to run straight cabling to a panel, we can connect up through cam lock. Down here, we have our twist locks, so our spider box feeders. So if we're running little spider boxes to power some 120s, you've got construction workers who are needing to plug in small tools, charge their batteries, stuff like that. We can now use spider boxes and run 3 of them out to the customers. Up top here, we have 4 sets of dual Edison plugs. So if they just want to plug their small tools directly into this, they can. We also have a 240 or 208 30 amp twist lock, so a 3-phase twist lock, and then also a single phase 30 amp twist lock as well. A lot of construction workers like the single phase twist lamp, so that way if they're working on something, it can't just get ripped out when they're working on them. So, our generators, a lot of ours are MQ whisper watts, so within a decimal range, as you guys heard, when this is running, we're next week, we can have a typical conversation while it's running. As you get farther away, so within 30 yards, you don't know it's running. You don't hear it unless you see a purge or something like that. So that's something to pay attention to. If they're asking for, if we got noise ordinances, our MQ whisper watts are some of the quietest generators around. So if the house, unless it's like right next to a house, more likely they're not going to hear it. Yeah, well, that's with your guys' customers. If they have ESG goals, a lot of big corporations are releasing ESG goals, and one of them is that carbon emissions, how are they controlling their carbon emissions or carbon footprint. This is where we start to tie in our battery systems to help them with that. So that's our way of kind of getting in and going, well, what is your ESG goal? So it's like, well, we said it to our investors, we are going to reduce our carbon footprint by this much. This is our way to assist them with this. And so instead of running constant generators, we can now provide battery solutions to help with not only powering their job site and get their job site rolling, but also meet some of those ESG goals that they've told their investors. And now they can take that and go, we've partnered with Sunbelt, providing battery solutions for our job sites to reduce our carbon footprint. So instead of renting, through a year, 250 different generators, total hours, and everything, that we've provided battery solutions to where we've made it to there is no emission.